Okay, my friends, we're starting off in a child's pose so we can get the low back a little bit more open. Allow yourself to sink down into this and just take some time. You want to find that long, smooth, deep breath as much as we can. Big inhales, big exhales. And with each inhale, see if you could get a little bit longer in your spine, maybe more spread open in your front and back body. And in particular, see if you could find a sense of expansion and growing softness in any places that feel tense. Allow your awareness to drift over your body while you spend some time breathing here. Notice all the sensations and notice the particular arrangements of bones, any asymmetries you feel side to side. Notice all of that and just store that away, gather that information. And then maybe using your imaginations, pay special attention here. Imagine breathing equally into each nostril, making a special awareness there, equally into each lung. Doing your best to puff open both sides of the chest and both shoulder blades, all at the same time, equally. Notice your belly especially too. The big, open, inflated belly of the inhale, where you just let it go. And the strong belly of the exhale, where you wrap all the belly muscles inward toward the spine. Maybe allow the breath to get loud in your ears and drag it out even longer. And start to walk your hands forward here, keeping your hips as heavy as you can on your heels until you feel a nice opening in your armpits. And you can really get into the armpits by moving the shoulders away from your ears here and making your longest neck. You feel extra spacious around those shoulder blades. Just move them down. Notice how this allows your chest to kind of open up a little more when you draw the shoulder blades downward towards your hips. Maybe come up on your fingertips and push into the floor so that you really spread open the armpits toward the ground. Push the floor with your hands, with those fingertips. Palms are lifted. Okay, maybe rock into one armpit. You can kind of roll it side to side here, allowing that upper body to wake up. And then palms back on the floor. Walk them back towards your legs, and we'll get the legs a little bit warmer. So you can sit on your feet here with the tops of your feet open toward the ground. Or if you like, you could get a nice foot stretch by tucking your toes underneath you. But for some of us, that's uncomfortable. So no problem, just whichever one works better for you. Okay, find some nice length in your spine here. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms up to the ceiling. And we're going to start activating our legs. So I want you to push the floor down with your legs, like you're kicking the floor away from you. So you feel your quads turn on, your whole leg is active, but keep the hips just grazing your heels, okay? You might have to tuck your pinky toes under. I usually do. Point the tailbone at your knees. You're kind of neutralizing your low back here, pulling the belly button in. Could you lift your heart that much more? And breathe. Continue to resist the floor. You'll feel your legs really warming up here. Keep it going. Breathe. Pull the belly button in. Tuck that tailbone. Drop the shoulder blades down the back, and let's lift the heart a little more. You might even decide you really want to lift your heart up. Keep that neck long though. One more big breath in here. And release that effort. Drop your hands back under your shoulders here. Take your knees wide and your hands wide, and we'll just kind of circle it out. Okay, kind of stirring your femurs around and your hip sockets, stirring your shoulders around. Let's reverse that. Make it kind of big and weird. And then let's come to a hands and knees. So tabletop position, hands under shoulders and knees under hips. And then put a little lift in your belly button, just a little bit of control. So you feel like the low back is wrapped up in tissue and quite supported. And that's kind of where we want to have our core control. So with that, lift your right leg out behind you and send your left arm forward. Push the floor away and feel the strength in the back of your body, lifting that heavy arm and leg. Okay, they're quite heavy. Your arm alone is about as much as a watermelon. So back body lifts and lengthens. Front body pushes and pulls the belly button in. Ready to move? From here, inhale, long, long, long across the top. And exhale here, pull that knee and elbow in. Right knee, left elbow. See if you can get your nose in there too. Okay, inhale, reach out long, lift and lengthen here. Push the floor. Exhale, pull it in. One more time, inhale to be long. Exhale, pull it in, and let's hold here really strong. I want you to keep pushing the floor. If you need a break, put 2 hands down. If you want a challenge, try balancing on your left kneecap. You can bend that left knee and point the left toe up to the ceiling here. It's a fun little core challenge. Pull the belly button in, grip the floor and push it away. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Hands and knees back down. Let's switch sides. Left leg out behind. Right arm forward. Lift that belly button, long and strong across the back. Push the floor in the front. Ready to move? Same thing. Inhaling long. Exhale. Left knee, right elbow, come in. Push the floor. Inhale to be long. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. Pull it in. Again, inhale. And exhale, pull it in, hold here, breathe. You want to take it easy, 2 hands down. You like a challenge, you bend that right knee, point the right toes up, push the floor. You got it, pull your core in. It's okay if it doesn't work today. 3, 2, and 1. Back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes here. Let's bring it back up to a down dog. Okay, all the way up with the hips. Heels to the floor. And pedal it out, walk it, kind of move it all around. Press your hips back and let your heels drop to one side. Get that side stretch. And over to the other side. Back at center, give your head a good shake. Yes. No. And let's give the shoulders some nice mobility here. Just roll them all around the back a few times. Okay, just encountering your down dog with very loose expectations for this first downward facing dog. Okay, let's come back down to hands and knees. Come on down. Let's get a little bit warmer. Okay, so I want you to think of that strong, again, that strong back body lifting up, the strong front body pushing down. Somewhere in the center, your core is rock hard. Okay, so pull that belly button in, right leg out behind, left arm reaching forward. We're going to do a funky airplane shape this time. So inhale long through the back body. Exhale with your right knee, bend that right knee, point it out to the right. So like a airplane wing, left elbow bends out to the left. Funky airplane. Inhale back to center. Lift, exhale, funky airplane. Inhale back to center. One more time. Exhale, funky, hold and breathe. So you want it easy, 2 hands down. You can even put your foot down, no problem. You like a challenge. You extend the right leg, lift and lengthen. You extend the left arm. Push that floor and push it some more. And lift the top arm and leg. 3, 2, and 1. Hands and knees. Second side. Let's go. Left leg out. Right arm forward. Core. Pull it in. Okay, stabilize yourself. Arrange yourself. Get it all in your head. And here we go. Inhaling to be long. Exhaling. Left leg out to a funky airplane wing. Right arm out. Cactus that right arm. Inhale back to center. Again, exhale, funky airplane. Lift and push. Inhale back to center. One more time, yogis. Exhale, hold and breathe right here. You can take 2 hands down, take it easy. You can extend the left leg and the right arm and lift. Breathe, push that floor, belly button in. There's a lot going on, but you got it. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Let's take another down dog. Okay, come on up. Down dog, walk it out. Okay, this time I want to get a little twisty with you. So put some extra weight in your left hand. You might even take your left hand a little bit more toward the center of your mat to be more stabilizing. And then I want you to push the left hand and reach the right hand over to the left ankle. And if the ankle is not available, you can grab knee or something else, but grab that ankle and then really push the floor with the left hand. Really move your hips back. See if maybe you can look under your left armpit at the ceiling. Breathe. And you can always do this with your knees down as well. Okay, that's always an option. Keep breathing here. Allow the left shoulder blade to slide down your back. Let it feel like a massage all across the back of the ribs. One more breath. And let's switch sides, okay? We can put the right hand at the center of the mat here and use it to push into the floor, stabilize. Now that left hand goes for the right ankle or knee or something else, okay? Push that right hand, push, 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 and look under the right armpit. Big breath here. The bigger your breath, the more benefits you can reap from this nice little inverted twist. Twisting massages out that low back all the way up to the base of your skull. Let's bring it back to a down dog and then back to hands and knees. Okay, one more thing down here on hands and knees. I want to get us really warm today. Let's get the right leg up and out behind. Okay, point that toe at the back of your head. But as you do that, feel how your low back kind of wants to dip toward the floor. Pull the belly button in to keep the low back safe as you do that. And just like you're doing a cow pose, pull on the mat and move your heart forward while you do that to give yourself more space to pull that toe toward the back of your head. So here's your inhale. And with your exhale, pull that knee towards your nose. Let's do it again. Inhale. Pull on the mat. Exhale. Knee to nose. Again, inhale. Hold and breathe. Now, I want to offer you a funky option here. So you can hang out right here, just pulling on the mat, moving that toe toward the back of your head. Or you can rock some extra weight into the right hand, reach back with the left and catch that right ankle. And maybe kick that foot back away from you. So remember to breathe. And you've got to keep the shoulders and hips level with the mat for this to work. So level it all off. And remember the belly button goes in and in. Feel that left shoulder peel open, that right hip flexor. One more breath right here. And let it go. Other side, here we go. Left leg out behind you. The knee is bent. The toes want to reach the back of your head. Gripping the mat and pulling your heart forward, almost like a cow pose on the inhale. Toe to your head. And exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Again, big breath in. Pull on the mat. Pull, pull, pull. Toe towards your head. Exhale, pull it in. Okay, remember to support your low back. Here we go. Belly button to spine. Pull on the mat. Inhale, heart goes forward. You could stay here. Or rock extra weight into the left hand. Reach back with the right and kick the left foot away. But keep your hips and shoulders level. That's important. Breathe. That's also important. And protect your low back for 3, 2, and 1. Try to come out calmly and skillfully. Okay? And then hands and knees, tuck your toes, and we'll find a down dog. Come on back. Walk it out. Shake it out. Okay, let's get our legs a little bit warmer, friends. Come up on your tippy toes here. Take a big breath in. With your exhale, hover your knees just off the mat. Just the slightest little hover you can hover. Strong arms. Inhale to lift your knees. Exhale to drop your heels. Strong legs. Again, inhale, heels up. Exhale, our knees come really low, not all the way down. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, heels down. Let's do it one more time. Heels, knees, knees, and heels. Nice. Inhaling here, get your right leg up and out behind you. Exhale here, drop that right foot between your hands. Inhaling here, take a crescent lunge. Come on up. Nice. Exhale here, drop your hands around that front foot. You can do fingertips down or hands, okay, something. And with your inhale, launch your left leg up into the air. And we'll pause right here in a standing split. So don't let the word split scare you. Just bend that right knee, put the palms down if you need to. Maybe you've got a block. And then just take a look at your left leg. Extend and push out through the heel. Make the left leg really strong like a rocket. It does not matter how high it is, however. And just breathe. Let your head hang. Okay, just kind of let your spine hang here. So I want you to find enough of ease here that you can be. So put a big bend in the right knee. And notice how the right leg is kind of working here. It's getting warm, and that's good. So you can challenge yourself a little bit here if you like by putting 1 or 2 hands on your right ankle and balancing with just using your strong right leg. So I really want to encourage you to spend a little more time here. We'll take maybe 3 long, slow breaths. And the more we allow the right leg to wobble, the warmer it will be. So embrace the wobble. Okay, let the wobble be part of the posture. Maybe 1 more big breath here. Nice. Allow your fingers to come back down. Allow the left toes back to the floor behind you. Inhaling, come on up to your crescent lunge. Again, strengthen your legs toward each other and lift your heart. Big exhale, twisting out to the right. Let's pause here, okay? Keep squeezing the legs in toward each other. Keep that engagement. Maybe the right hand moves to the left thigh. Maybe the left arm moves up. Let's take some time here. Can you sink a little lower? Keep resisting the floor with your legs. They're strong still. You can drop the back knee at any time, just to kind of take it easy. You can also walk the right hand back if you like, and you can even peel the left side of the chest more open. So kind of find what you want this to be. Feel free to interpret it and make it your own. One more big breath right here. And we'll let it go. All hands down in front. Boom, boom. Back to down dog. Walk this out for a moment and then we'll take a little vinyasa. So feel free to skip vinyasas. You always can do that. It's not so much about what we're doing during that little break between sets, but it's just like having a little ritual to clear the space. So clear your space however you like, please. But here comes a vinyasa. Okay, inhaling here, heart moves forward to a plank. You can use your knees down in a plank, okay? With your exhale, hop or step to your hands. You decide, and fold. Roll it up for an inhale, pushing into your strong legs. Lift your big heart. And exhale, drop down into a chair posture. As your tailbone goes down, you look up. Inhale to stand, lift that heart. Exhale to fold, hinge at your hips. Knees might slightly bend here. Halfway up on your inhale, think of unrolling to look forward. And fold deeply with your exhale. Maybe hug your knees. Maybe bend them. Palms are down. You can hop or step back to plank. And exhale to come down. You can use your knees, but come down slowly and pull the elbows in. With your inhale, press into your hips. Pull your heart forward. Cobra. With your exhale, down dog. Come up and back. Take some time. Okay, walk out your heels here. Take maybe 5 or 6 long, slow breaths. Revisit all your down dog alignment cues. So hands grip the mat and push forward. Heels move down and try to pull the mat back with your feet. It's like you're trying to rip it in half. And then I like to try to make the spine an inch longer by sliding the fingertips 1 inch forward and just appreciating some extra space in that long spine. Okay, here we go. Second side. Inhaling here. Left leg up and out behind. Send it back. Exhale here. Draw the knee forward and drop it between your hands. Coming up to a crescent lunge on your inhale. Sweep your heart up and open. Strong legs try to squeeze together. Exhale, all the hands down in front around that front foot. So we can use palms or fingertips. I do want you to keep your left knee bent as you launch your right leg up into the air. So take a moment here with me. Kind of embrace it. Let your head hang, let your spine hang. And if you don't feel like you're hanging freely, bend your knee more, okay? Look at your right leg and extend it. Make it really strong. Flex and push through the heel there. And then lift it as high as you can without externally rotating it. So you want to make sure the toes point down for now. And then once you've gotten that right leg into position, just turn your attention to maybe grabbing maybe grabbing 2 hands onto your left ankle. 1 or 2, maybe fingertips can help stabilize you. You'd be surprised the power of 1 single fingertip on the floor. So always interpret these postures and give yourself the support you need. Allow the left leg to wobble, okay? I just want you to appreciate that your beautiful body is completely in control of this wobble right here. It's incredible. The coordination between all your muscles. Okay, we're going to come down slowly, fingertips down, right toes back to the floor, a crescent lunge on your inhale. Come on up. The left leg is super warm now, okay? Exhale to the left. Pause here, and we'll just enjoy this nice twisted lunge, okay? I'll spin around to face you. Now remember, you're always welcome to drop the back knee, okay? Whenever we're in a lunge, if you want to drop the back knee, you're still in a lunge, okay? No problem there, but keep your legs strong, please. Always pulling them in, resisting the floor with your legs. And maybe that left arm comes to the right leg, okay? Maybe the right arm gestures up and opens up that front side of your chest so you can kind of interpret this Okay, some people like to just drop the back knee here and have a nice twist. Some people like to slide the left hand further down the leg, and you can turn it into more of a back bend here. But just breathe, take a few more breaths, resist that floor. One more breath, feels good. And then we're letting it go, all hands down in front, back to down dog. Take some breaths here. Be closing your eyes as you pull everything into center and let it go. Let's clear it out with a vinyasa or a little rest if you prefer. So here goes. Inhaling, find your plank. Exhaling to your hands. Fold. Roll it up on the inhale. Big twist, big chair on your exhale. Drop your hips into your chair posture. Inhale to stand and lift your heart. And exhale to fold at your hips. Roll it up, inhale, halfway. Big exhale, deep fold. Palms are on the ground. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling all the way down slowly. Use your elbows in. Inhale for your cobra. Pull your heart forward and push the floor with your hips. Exhale, down dog. Five or six breaths in your down dog here. Make it a strong down dog. Make it a good down dog. If the heels are way off the floor, no problem at all. Okay, not a problem. Just notice how the backs of the legs feel. Maybe you could release the heels a little further downward with some intentional softening of the hamstrings and the calves. You can help your hamstrings out by lifting your kneecaps up towards your hips. Really engaging your quads allows your hamstrings to let go. Okay, we've been here for a while, I know. Inhaling, right leg up and out behind. Exhaling, right foot between your hands, boom. Inhaling to a crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down in front of you at your heart. We're taking a twist here. So let's hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee and look out to the right. And I will spin around to face you. So we have a long spine because we're twisting. So do your best to keep the spine as long as you can. Keep in mind if you need a break, you can drop the back knee. We'll still be in the same place. Okay, hands near the heart. Really close to the heart. Now I'm going to give you a challenge here. Okay, so stay with me. So I want you to visualize it before you do it. So visualize with me everything on the right side of your body, the elbow on the knee, everything stays the same. The only thing that will change about this is your left leg, the leg that's behind you. So what you're going to do is very calmly, very skillfully shift a lot of weight into your right foot and deftly step the left foot next to the right to be in a chair posture. And I just gave you a demo. So now you can visualize it. Go ahead and try. Step forward. Breathe here. Get the hands back toward the heart. Get the hips nice and low. Find that long spine. And that easy breath. We're going to step back to the lunge. Visualize it before it happens. The only thing that will change is that left leg. Are you ready? Put some weight into the right foot. Step the left leg back to the lunge. Hold and breathe. You can drop the back knee if you need a break, okay? Now, I further challenge you to scoot the left armpit really low and tickle the floor with your left fingertips and reach up with your right. Breathe. Can you find more length in the spine here? Okay, now I have a really funky challenge for you. What if you took your right hand behind your back and reached your left hand for your right hand? What if they found each other? Breathe here. Nice. Maybe one more breath. Drop the hips a little lower. And we're letting it all go now. All hands on the floor. Boom, boom. Back to down dog. Nice work, yogis. Walk it out. Shake it off. Let it go. Take a vinyasa. Inhaling, heart moves forward for plank. Exhaling to your hands. Fold. Roll it up. Inhale. Sit into a deep chair squat. Exhale. Drop the tailbone down, 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 down. Inhale to stand and lift your heart. Exhaling, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down. Inhale for cobra. Maybe an up dog. If you're feeling spicy, you can hover your legs off the mat. And exhale for a down dog. 5 or 6 breaths, yogis. Notice how you feel. Notice everything. Breath, heart rate, body heat, sensations. See if you can feel the difference between the right and left side, since we are as yet asymmetrical. We haven't done the left side yet. Pull the mat back with your feet. Push the mat forward with your hands. And here we go, second side. Inhaling, left leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the foot between your hands. Boom. Coming up to a crescent lunge. Okay, inhale. Squeeze your feet toward each other. Lift that heart. Exhale, hands together all the way down the front as you take that right elbow toward the left knee. Hook it on there and pause as you gaze over to the left. I shall spin around to face you. So long spine, lengthen it. You're twisting. You want your hands and your heart to be moving toward each other, even if they're not there. They're moving in that direction, okay? And you can drop the back knee. So let's see what happens here on this side, okay? It might be totally different, so let go of your expectations. Well, now you have something of a familiarity with what we're going to do. So imagine it happening first. Visualize that right foot stepping just deftly next to the left. Put some extra weight in that left foot. And we'll step the right foot forward to a chair, twisted chair posture. Hold and breathe. Try to put your knees right next to each other, okay? Long spine. Maybe drop a little lower. Find a sense of ease here. That balance of effort and ease. Okay, always dancing with that balance. So we're going to step back. Visualize it first. Put some extra weight into the left foot. Step back with the right. Hold, breathe. Back in your lunge. Everything's going great, okay? You can drop the back knee, or you can slide the right armpit pretty low. Put the right fingertips down and put the left fingertips up. Strong legs. Remember to resist the floor. If you push down on the ground will push back up at you and support you. Okay, maybe we have a funky challenge moment here. We can drop the left arm behind the back. Send the right hand over to grab the left. Hold and breathe. Twist and breathe. One more breath, yogis. And let it go. All hands down. Whew. Inhaling here, crescent lunge. Just one more. Stretch open the front of your body. And exhale, all hands down. Whew. Down dog. Walk it out. Second side. Okay, feeling good. Notice how they feel now that we've done both legs. Okay, take a vinyasa. Inhaling here, heart forward, plank. Exhaling, hop or step forward and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, sit into your chair. Inhale to stand, heart up. Exhale to fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down, inhale to plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 or 6 breaths here. Okay, enjoy this down dog. Should be feeling pretty pumped and warm. I sure am. Okay, put that engagement inward in the elbows. So elbows are trying to move inward. Even your hands are trying to squeeze toward each other. Even your 2 knees and ankles. Everything trying to pull inward toward the midline. All right, friends. Here goes. Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind. Exhaling, drop the right foot between your hands. Pause. Inhale here, right hand up, finding a nice twist. Check it out. As you exhale, I want you to point all your toes out to the right. So your left toes, you rolled onto the outer edge of your left foot. Those toes point to the right. Even your right toes are pointed to the right. Drop your hips nice and low, almost all the way down. And then inhale, push down into the floor with your right foot. Lift your hips as high as you want to. Okay. You can sweep the right arm over and get a nice side stretch. Exhale, hips down, reach for the back of the mat. Inhale, push into the right foot, hips up. You can do this a couple more times, okay? Maybe 2 or 3 more times. It's fun, feels good. Get some nice movement in that right shoulder, okay? Okay, one more time. One more time, here we go. Okay, pause here. You're back in this lungy shape. You're still on the outer edge of your left foot. Feel free to make little adjustments if you need to. But how do you feel about picking up your right foot and stacking it on top of your left for a side plank? Now you might need to drop that left knee. That's no problem. I'll spin around to meet you. Side plank. I want to challenge you here. If you're feeling pretty good and whether you have the bottom knee up or down, I want to challenge you to lift the top leg. Hold and breathe. So try to point your tailbone at your toes and push that floor down. Remember to keep a long neck. And remember, both elbows should be able to bend here. There's no locking. One more big breath in here. Check it out. Exhale, pull the right knee in towards your chest and see if you can carefully set it down by your left hand. Boom. Inhale here, crescent lunge. Heart opens up to the ceiling. Exhale, all hands down. Down dog. Shake it off. Let it go. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhaling, heart moves forward to plank. Exhale, hop or step, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale to your chair. Inhale to stand, lift that heart. And exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down, inhale to plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 or 6 breaths. Okay. In our down dog, it's like our home base. We can just watch how the practice affects the body by revisiting down dog so many times. Okay, ready for the second side? Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, drop the left foot between your hands. Boom. Inhale, left hand reaches up. Okay, exhale, spin all your toes to point to the left, drop your hips and reach for the back of the mat. So that's a great stretch for that outer right hip, isn't it? Okay, inhale, push into the left leg, sweep that left arm overhead. Exhale, down, reach for the back of the mat. Inhale, up. Okay, I want you to make this a really big, dramatic movement. Take up a lot of space and breathe. Take a few more. Feel what's going on in your hips, your legs, total body movement here. Okay, next time you come up, pause here. You're on the outer edge of that right foot. Can you step the left foot and just set it on top of the right for a side plank? I'll spin around to meet you. So remember, you can drop your bottom knee for your side plank. You can always drop that right knee down, okay? No problem. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you to lift the top leg, hold and breathe. Make sure both elbows are soft and bendy. Your spine is long and you're doing your best to point your tailbone in the direction of your toes. Push that floor and push it a little more. Nice work. Okay, check it out. Inhale, bend the left knee into your chest. Carefully set it down next to your right hand as you exhale. A crescent lunge. Inhaling here, sweep your arms up and open. Exhale, all hands down, down dog. Shake it off. Let it go. Vinyasa, inhaling heart forward. Exhaling to your hands. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, fold down. Halfway up, inhale. All the way fold, exhale. Palms are down, inhale to plank. Exhale down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 or 6 breaths, yogis. Okay, keep walking out the heels. Noticing differences, noticing how this down dog's feeling. As you're ready, inhale here, right leg up and out behind. Exhale here, drop that right foot in between your hands. Boom, drop the back knee. Left knee is now down. Inhaling here, come on up to your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. And hold right here. If you need a break, you can always drop your hands or just use your right leg as a prop. But since we're nice and warm, I really want to encourage you to activate your legs toward each other. Okay, like you're both resisting the floor and pulling your feet toward each other at the same time. So use the warmth in the back of the right leg to open up back there a little bit. And then front of the left hip, same idea. You're opening up with that extra warmth we cultivated. If everything's going great here and you feel like you want a little more, you can put your right hand on your right hip and lean over to the right a little bit. Okay, decide if that's appropriate for you and maybe you want to keep going. If you do, put your right fingertips on the floor on the right, okay? You can walk them behind you a little bit. I usually like to. And you can lean even more and maybe even reach back if that's appropriate. Make sure you have a tuck in your chin. And you're resisting the floor with your legs as your belly button pulls in. Maybe one more big breath here. And then we're bringing the hands back around front. So drop your hands, one on either side of your right leg, and pull your hips back. And then ideally, you want your hands under your shoulders here. So maybe you have a block that suits you. Maybe you want to do your fingertips, but do put something under your shoulders so that you can lengthen your spine to the best of your ability. And if you need to put a bend in your right knee, that's fine too. But do flex your right ankle, please. Do ground into your right heel and pull back on that right hip. So I want you to start to feel some big opening on the back of the right leg. And the more you kick down into that right heel, the more you'll get. So you decide what's appropriate. Okay, and the more you pull back, kind of spinning the left hip forward even. So if you move that left hip forward, it allows the right hip to pull back even more. You might even get a little bit more into the IT band and the glute. So I have a little challenge for you here. So feel free to accept or skip it if that's your vibe today. So we have the left knee under the left hip for now. We'll get more into this if you want to get a little bit more splitty. But for now, I really want you to cultivate that flex in your right foot. And I'm going to ask you to do something kind of crazy. I'm going to ask you to try to lift your right heel off the floor and kick yourself in the face. Don't worry, it's not actually going to happen, but I want you to go for it anyway. Okay, so take a big breath in, straighten and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, try to kick yourself with your right foot. Exhale slowly. And inhale, release, pull back on the hip and drop into the heel. As you inhale, long spine. Let's do it again. Exhale, try to kick yourself. Inhale, release, pull back, long spine. One more time. Exhale, kick and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop into that heel, pull back on the hip, long spine. Let's take a few breaths here. So if you are feeling pretty good here and you want to play around with adding the other half of this split, so this is called a half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. So if you're interested in the back half of the split, you can start to walk the left knee back. And you don't have to take it all the way back. Just find out where you are today. Put more bend in the knees if you need to. You can always bend and kind of soften in the knees. But if you like, push out through both feet. So you're trying to kick forward and kick back at the same time. And ideally, you want your fingers under wherever your shoulders are. Okay, make sure that left hip is still internally rotating. And if you have the left foot all the way back there, you might want to just start out by tucking your toes so that you always know it's internally rotating, okay? So whatever you've chosen here is great if it feels good and it feels right. Let's take one more really big breath in here to enjoy your half split or your full split, whatever it may be. And as you exhale, start to pull yourself out. There's really no rush. You can walk your hands forward, and I like to kind of scooch the back knee forward little by little. Okay, from here, tuck the left toes. Let's see if we can swing the right leg all the way up and out behind. Okay, take a big breath in. See how far you can stick it up in the air, maybe even coming up on your left tippy toes to experiment with that. All right, exhale here, all feet down. Inhale here, find your plank. Take a vinyasa. Exhale to your hands, fold. Roll it up on your inhale. To sit into your chair on your exhale. Inhale to stand. Exhale to fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale to plank. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 or 6 breaths here, yogis. Maybe close your eyes. Notice especially the back of the right leg. Okay, we just did some nice work back there. So excellent work. Hopefully feeling nice and open back there. Also the low back should be feeling some great relief. Second side. Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling, drop that foot between your hands. Drop the right knee. Come on up to your low lunge, okay? Come on up. Think of peeling open the front side of your body and dropping into the hips. So we know that to safely lengthen these tissues, we need to activate them a little bit. So put some activation in the legs. You can think of resisting the floor with your feet, with your legs, like you're trying to push off, or you can think of drawing your knees together. Okay, so you can hang out right here, maybe supporting yourself with your hands on your left leg if you need a little break. Or you can take left hand to left hip and sweep the right arm overhead and deepen that opening in your right hip flexor especially. So continue to resist the floor with the right knee and the left foot. Anytime we're lengthening, we have to activate. Maybe you take the left fingers to the floor and really reach the right hand over, or maybe even reach it back and turn this into a back bend. So please interpret this and make it your own and breathe. Big space into that right armpit. As you're ready, we're coming on down, dropping hands around that front leg. You can do fingertips, palms, or block. And let's pull that left hip back, okay? And pause here to kind of get your bearings, because we'll be in this half split for quite a while. So hands under shoulders is ideal, and we can lengthen the spine from there. Right knee is under right hip for now. And keep a really nice flex in the left ankle. And you may flex the knee as much or as little as you like. I'd recommend at least a micro bend, even if you can extend it, just to keep from locking the joint. Okay, are you ready to try to kick yourself in the face? Okay, don't worry, it won't come all the way to your foot, to your face. It's not gonna actually work, but we'll try. So inhaling, long spine, push down into that heel. Exhaling, try to kick yourself. Exhale fully. Inhale, drop into the heel, pull on the hip, long spine. Exhale, kick yourself. One more time, inhale. And exhale. This one we will hold, my friends, for 5. Strong. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the heel, pull back on the hip, and settle into your half split. Ardha Hanumanasana. So you might stay in Ardha, or you might want to explore the full Hanuman. I do invite you to start with your knees bent. It's just easier, even if you can just pop out into a split. Start with your knees bent, and it's just better overall. So start walking the right knee back, walking your hands back. Walk the right knee back, walk your hands back, and take your time. It's something I have to remind myself a lot in this posture especially, is letting go of expectations. Sometimes one side is really nice and it feels good, and the other side is just really like troubled and confusing, and it makes no sense, and that's okay. All right, so continue to tuck the right toes under so you know that that hip is going to internally rotate. Okay, you can help yourself out by bending more into both knees. And let's just breathe here. Remember, it should always feel good. Maybe one more breath here in your Hanumanasana or Ardha Hanumanasana. And then we'll start to bring ourselves back up out of this. So walk the right knee a little bit forward and a little bit forward until you are in a place where you can tuck the right toes, send the left foot all the way back and up into the air. Okay, trying out the backs of the legs on this side. Come up onto the right tippy toes, send the left toes as high as you can. And then back down to down dog. Inhaling here, your last vinyasa. Heart moves forward to plank. Exhale to your hands. Roll it up, inhale. Sit into your chair posture. Exhale. Inhale to stand. Exhale to fall. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down, inhale to plank. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last down dog of the practice. What do you notice about the backs of your legs, your shoulders? Breathe. And then as you are ready, walk all the way to your hands. Okay, we got our legs so warm, so let's get into our hips a little more. So move your feet out to maybe like the edges of your mat, wider than your hips, and then maybe point your toes out a little bit, and we'll start to drop the hips down into a squat. So we're going to take a nice low squat. Feel free to adjust your feet to be a proper width if you need them a little wider or narrower, and then just sit up nice and tall in your squat. I like to close my eyes here and really pay attention to the breath. See if you can feel your heartbeat in your hands pressed together, in your fingertips. Okay, and then put a little resistance on the floor. So rather than simply sinking into your hips all the time here, put some resistance on it. Notice how it feels. What if you tried to pull your knees a little bit away from each other? And sit up even taller. Very nice. One more big breath here. This is a great little squat. And as you're ready, see if you can just sit down from here. You might roll back a little bit, and that's okay. Let's take a little twist here. So pull your left foot in close to your right hip. So you just kind of tuck the left foot under the right leg, close to the right hip. And then let's pick the right foot and put it over the other side of the left knee. Okay, so right foot is on the outside of the left knee. Left foot is near your right hip. And sit up nice and tall, grounding into both hips equally. Maybe some special extra weight in the right hip so it doesn't peel up. And you can use your fingers interlaced around the right knee to hug it in. Make yourself extra tall. Close your eyes here. Let your practice kind of sink in. Nice warm practice today. Feeling really good. And then maybe we scooch the right foot in a little closer, and you can use that left arm, just the left arm, to hold the right knee and hug it in. So keep your spine long, keep that knee moving inward. And you'll start to look over the right shoulder and use your right fingers behind you to gently push the floor. We'll take some time just enjoying this nice twist. So really helping your low back out here, giving it a great wringing out. Okay, as you breathe, think of long spine on the inhale. Think of pressing into the right hip down on the exhale. Long spine inhale. Wrap your belly button into your spine on the exhale. Take a few more breaths here. Think of inflating the right side of your chest and pulling the belly button in to twist from the belly button up. And maybe if you want a little more here, you take your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. You can kind of press them together. Okay? Or even further, you might be able to reach your left hand for your for your right arch. So you can send that left hand over to your right foot and maybe grab the ankle or somewhere over there. That's a nice deep twist. Okay, so keep breathing. One more breath here. Go ahead and release yourself from that. Whew. Okay, and then we'll just take the right knee and stack it all the way over the left knee. So headed to a Gomukhasana or a cow face pose. So get your knees as close as you can. I see some people using their hands to kind of press them together, and that kind of works. Sit down between your feet. Sit up nice and tall. We're just going to take a few breaths here. You can open your hips a little bit more if you're feeling pretty comfortable. You can walk your feet out so that they're level with your knees. And you can even start to walk your hands forward. Do your best to keep the spine long. Nice opening for that outer hip, okay? Up into the low back. Okay, I could spend a long time here, but for the sake of this practice, let's rock back out of this. You can lean back on your hands, shake your legs out a little bit, and we'll just switch sides. Okay? So if you start out in kind of a windshield wiper position, just pull your right foot in close to the outside of your left glute underneath you, and the left leg will be on top, grounding on the outside of that right knee. So just sit up tall, hug that knee in towards your chest, close your eyes. Feel your body cooling down. Probably already feels a little different than it did 5 minutes ago when we were all warm. Okay, maybe deepen this by sliding the left foot a little closer and holding it with both your arms around the knee. So holding that left knee in. Start to look over that left shoulder. Maybe left fingertips come behind you. Deepen the twist with each exhale. Lengthen the spine with your inhale. Pay attention to the space in the left side of your chest. Maybe you deepen this by taking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Okay, make sure to make a special effort to keep the left hip on the floor, however. So notice how that's kind of challenging here. Maybe you take that left hand all the way across, that's a right hand moving across to the outside of the left foot. So you'll feel this in your shoulder and your shoulder blade as well as in your spine for your twist. Breathe here. Stay in it, stay with it. One more breath. Okay, come out of that and we'll transition to a Gomukhasana. So move the left foot further to the left. Bring the knees quite close. Maybe push them with your hands. Okay, you might have the feet in close to you for a little less opening in the hips. For more opening, take the feet away. Okay, sit up tall. Breathe. Think of slightly activating your knees toward each other and possibly walking your hands forward with a long spine, of course. Remember, only good feelings in the hips. Only good feelings on the mat. As you're ready, back out of this, you can lean back on your hands and windshield wiper it out. And then find a comfortable seat again. Crisscross your legs, maybe pull one foot in close. Okay, find your most blissful seat, sit up tall. And allow your body to rest here. There's nothing to do right now. We're not even controlling the breath anymore. We're just sitting back here to observe body, mind, and breath and feel this moment passing. Notice all of the information that all of your senses are bringing in about this moment. Come back to this moment again and again. With each exhale, you are more present. All tension drains from your body. Please keep resting like this for as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me.